Hey guys, since most of you come here for yoga for artists and most of you are visual artists, I thought it might be valuable to do a little bit of yoga for your eyes. So I actually have two things that I want to share with you today. One is a sequence that I'm going to guide you through, and the other thing is just a little tip for something that you can incorporate throughout your day. And both are going to help a lot towards reducing your risk for developing eye strain or just eye fatigue, both of which can eventually lead to headaches and even neck and shoulder pain, and we don't want any part of that. So we will go ahead and just start with the sequence. You can either follow along with me or you can just watch me do it and do it later. It's very simple to recreate on your own, and if you want to watch me, I'm probably going to look really silly doing a bunch of weird stuff with my eyes, so that should be fun. But basically all you have to do is keep your head in the same position. So if you sit up nice and straight and maybe keep your chin parallel, you can also do this lying down. All you want to make sure of with your posture is that your head itself is not moving. We're just going to be moving our eyes. So sitting up nice and straight, just go ahead and imagine that there is a clock face in front of your face. And you're looking straight ahead, so you're looking at the center of that clock. So just start to kind of let your eyes relax in their sockets just a little bit. And then you're going to roll your eyes all the way up to 12 o'clock. Again, try not to move your head. It might move a little, but try to just readjust and really try to stretch those eyes all the way up to that 12 o'clock position as far as they'll go. Good, and then roll them down to the 6 o'clock position. Again, not moving your head. Really try to look as low as you can. You might go a little cross-eyed, that's fine. And then look over at the 3 o'clock position and really try to stretch your eyes as far into that corner as you possibly can. And there's a giant cat attacking. Ah! And look over at the 9 o'clock position. And he's not supposed to be on this desk, but whatever, he gets a free pass today. Good, and then bring your eyes back to center. Good, this time we're going to roll our eyes up to the 12, and this is a little tricky, but try and roll your eyes right to that 1 o'clock position. It's not quite as easy as going to one of those 4 points. You might be on the 1 o'clock, you might be somewhere near it. It doesn't matter, just stretch those eyes towards that position and then roll them over to what you think is 2. Again, it's a little bit trickier. Good, and then 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and back in the opposite direction, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 6, 9, 3, center, and then rub your hands together nice and fast. Generate some heat in those hands. And get them nice and warm, and then place them over your eyes and just let your eyes relax in your sockets. Really invite them to soften. Your eyes are working pretty much all the time that you're awake. Just tell them now that they can have a little break and let them soften. Good. Drop your hands down. Roll your eyes back up to that 12 o'clock position. And now we're going to go all the way around the clock in one seamless movement. We're going to try to do a seamless movement. It might not be so seamless, but that's okay. We're just going to start rolling them around clockwise. It'll go cross-eyed here and there, and that's fine. You can do this in the privacy of your own home, and I can show all of you. And then go in the opposite direction a few times. Really rolling your eyes all the way around. Back to center. Rub your hands together again. And get that heat going. And then rest those nice warm palms over your precious eyes. And invite them to relax. Now, when you're going around that clock, I'll clean it up later, whatever. You can drop your hands down. So when you're going around the clock, you can hold a little bit longer as you practice more. You'll get comfortable holding more in any one position. But I do that sequence, sometimes when I wake up first thing in the morning, if I'm feeling a little groggy, I'll just lay in my bed and do it. Sometimes at the end of the day, if I've been working on something all day, I will do it right at night when I go to bed. Sometimes I'll do it in the shower. So it doesn't have to be a whole thing. You can just work it in whenever it suits you best, and you'll actually be surprised that throughout the day it'll get much, much easier and your eyes won't start to fatigue so much when you're working. The second thing that I wanted to share with you was actually a tip that I got from my optometrist, and she called it the 20-20-20 rule. And what it is basically every 20 minutes, you want to step away from what you're working on and give yourself 20 full seconds to look at something that is at least 20 feet away. So I've also seen a lot of artists on YouTube here say that it's a good idea to take a break from looking at your artwork every 20 minutes or so that you can kind of let your eyes rest, and then you can look at your piece with fresh eyes. Because when you look at something for too long, you stop being able to really see it for the entirety of what it is. So a lot of people have said that what they'll do is they will take a break every 20 minutes or so and refresh their tea, maybe, scroll through their Instagram or Twitter. But what my optometrist explained to me is that even if you take a break and you're looking at something on your phone or something within arm's reach, you're still keeping your eyes kind of within that nearsighted range of vision. So even though you're taking a break from looking at what you were working on, you're not actually letting your eyes rest. So how I kind of combine these two things is that every 20 minutes or so, I will go ahead and I will flip my canvas, flip it, and then don't look at it. Like, turn away, don't look at it, don't think about it. It's not here. It's not here to my eyes. And then go make your tea or coffee or whatever, and then go to a window or go outside if it's nice and find, like a tree or a cloud or a building to look at while you sip your tea for a few minutes and, at least 20 seconds. Look at something and actually observe it. So take a break from thinking about, the piece of artwork that you're supposed to be taking a break from, that you're probably still thinking about, let's be honest. And, look at that tree and think about, what kind of shapes would I use to represent that if I was painting or drawing it? How would I simplify it? And so, it is still productive if it's really important for you to be productive and you have a hard time turning off that artist's brain. But it's also very meditative to actually take a moment to observe what it is that you're looking at. And it's also allowing your eyes to relax out of that nearsighted vision, go into that farsighted vision, and you're actually giving your eyes a break. Then once your 20 seconds or more is up, you can come back and then look at your previously flipped artwork and you have nice fresh eyes on it and you can really see it, and suddenly you notice like, oh my gosh, I have so much more work to do. Or maybe you're like, wow, this is actually way better than I thought it was when before I flipped it. I was getting a little bit too into it. So that's it. Those are my 2 tips for keeping your eyes nice and fresh and healthy. If you enjoyed them or found them helpful, please consider hitting that like button or hitting subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for joining me and have fun creating out there. Namaste.